Good afternoon and welcome to sunny, hot Greensboro, North Carolina. I'm Brian Tuttle with Carolina Aircraft, here today to show you one of our latest listings, this really nice 1987 F33 November 8-9 Alpha uniform. Let's have a closer look. November 8-9 Alpha uniform has 6,420 hours total time and 1,635 hours since major overhaul on this IO 550 300 horsepower engine. You can see here we have nice DeShannon baffling system, gammy fuel injectors as well. These have the Millennium cylinders on them. Now these are subject to the AD that is out to where these have to be checked every 50 hours. This was just done at the last annual, which was in April of this year. No cracks or anything noted there. Obviously this engine is approaching TBO, so it's a great candidate for either a factory reman IO 550 or at your local shop for a field overhaul. The prop has only 400 hours since overhaul. Now this is a 3-blade Macaulay hot prop. So you have the heated pads for icing, and again this has 400 hours since overhaul. The paint on November 8-9 Alpha uniform is in very good condition. There's a lot of shine on this airplane. You can see here we have Matterhorn white. We have a nice silver and red striping with the 12-inch letters that are highlighted in the gray as well. I would rate this paint a 6.5 to a 7. Again, in very good condition. There's just a few spots here and there that could use some touch-up, but otherwise in very good condition. The tail section on November 8-9 Alpha uniform is in very good condition. The paint is excellent. You can see the rudder looks really nice. All the hardware seems to have been replaced in good condition, and we have the avionics static wicks here as well. November 8-9 Alpha uniform has the big baggage door. You can see it also has the 5th seat. Now most people take this out and just use this area for cargo space. You can put up to 270 pounds back here as long as you stay within the center of gravity. The interior on 8-9 Alpha uniform is in good condition. I would rate this probably a 6. We have a nice gray cloth seating. The side panels are in good condition. Again, the windows all seem to be in fairly good condition as well. Headliner is very nice. This has been replaced at some point. But this F33, I've got plenty of room back here. I'm 6'2", 200 pounds. You can see I've got some nice headroom here, nice shoulder room. I've got my armrest up. I can open up this window for some airflow back here. And again, very nice airplane. November 8-9 Alpha uniform has a nice instrument panel for IFR flight. Let's take a closer look. We'll start on the far left here. The 8-9 Alpha uniform has an Insight. I believe this is the 610 graphic engine monitor. Now this will show you engine temperatures, both EGTs and CHTs. We have our standard airspeed indicator here. Our attitude indicator, you can see this has the KFC 150 autopilot system with the flight director. Our number 1 altimeter. Just below we have a vertical speed indicator. This is our King KCS 55A slaved HSI. Now this is electric, so if you lost your vacuum pump you would still have your DG and HSI. This is our electric 2-minute turn coordinator, and our second indicator here on the left side. And you can see along the bottom here we have our annunciator lights. Below our HSI, this is our King DME system. Now this has nav 1 holding and nav 2 as well. I'm going to pull the dual yoke out so we can look below. This airplane 8-9 Alpha uniform has a secondary standby altimeter, a standby DG, This is our pointer for our ADF. And then on the far right here is our WX1000 Plus storm scope system. Moving to the center panel, you can see we have our standard instrumentation for our engines here. This is our manifold pressure and fuel flow gauge. To the right, this is a nice Horizon digital tachometer. And what I really like about this system, when you go to check your magnetos, it will give you a -75 or -60. Whatever the magneto is dropping, you get a digital readout, so it's really nice. On the left here is our fuel gauge for our left tank. In the center, these are our analog engine gauges. So cylinder head temp, oil temp, our amp meter, and our oil pressure. And then beside that is our fuel gauge for our right tank. Even though we have the Insight graphic engine monitor, we also have our standard analog EGT and our instrument air gauge as well. On the bottom left here is our flap indicator. This airplane has 2 position flaps, 15 degrees, and full down for 30 degrees. As we move over to the right, this is our audio panel, King KMA24. Our control head for the KFC 150 autopilot that has the flight director. You can see here it will hold altitude, fly in heading mode, nav mode through the Garmin 430, approach mode, and your back course as well. Very nice 2-axis autopilot. We have master switches here for our avionics and our storm scope. Our number 1 GPS here is a Garmin 430. Now this is a non-wash unit. This is a NavCom and GPS, and you can see here we have our different nav pages for our maps and our radio frequencies for Greensboro. Just below this we have our Garmin panel mounted 496. Now this has XM weather and radio included. You would just have to update your subscription for this. Standby gyro pressure gauge, which is really nice. KX165 secondary NavCom here at the bottom. And we'll go ahead and move over to the far right. This is our controls for our David Clark intercom system. Controls for our slaving mechanism for our KCS55A HSI. Now 89 Alpha Uniform has a 3-blade hot prop, so this is our controls for our hot prop system. We have a KT76A transponder, and here you can see our KR87 ADF with built-in timer. 89 Alpha Uniform has a nice dual yoke system with it. On the far left here we have our mic button in the back. This red switch is our autopilot disconnect switch. Control wheel steering switch. Now this controls our flight director for the KFC 150, and then our electric trim up and down. We have a nice quartz chronometer timer in the middle here, and then on the far right we have our map light for underneath, and you can see again nice dual yoke here. This control wheel also does have a push to talk switch for the co-pilot. 89 Alpha Uniform has a nice air scoop system here. When the prop is running or when you're taxiing, you just open the window, slide this out. You'd be amazed how much air that will pull into the airplane. And then we just simply fold this over and close the vent window here when it's time for takeoff. And windows are in good shape, and as we pan around here you can see we have the nice Rosen sun visors. All the windows seem to be in good condition. Very nice airplane. If you're in the market for a nice late 80s model F33 Bonanza, visit us in Greensboro, North Carolina, and come take a closer look at this really nice 1987 model November 89 Alpha Uniform. This airplane has complete logbooks, no damage history. It currently has 6,420 hours total time since new, with around 1,630 hours on the engine since major overhaul. Now this is the IO 550 engine. It has a 3-blade hot prop, Garmin 430, KFC 150 autopilot, so it's nicely equipped. You can also visit us at www.carolinaaircraft.com or give us a call at 336-665-0300. I'm Brian Tuttle with Carolina Aircraft, and we appreciate you watching.